So believe it or not, we are in Italy. I don't know if you could see that, but it's freezing cold. That's because it's January. But we've decided to do something a little bit different here today, and we've decided to go on a little bit of a road trip around Italy. Now, we've been here for a few days, and we've experienced what we like to call two different sides of Italy, when it comes to driving at least. And that is the beauty, as you can see over here, and these winding little towns and the small roads, but also the absolute chaos. It is one of the craziest places we've ever driven in our lives. And we've driven a few. We've been to the mountains of Wales, where the roads get so narrow that you can barely even fit one car down it. You've got unguarded rails that drop you down the edge of a mountain. One small turn and that's it, you're off the edge of it. We've driven in some crazy places and driven amongst some crazy drivers, but Italy is a very unique experience, and it's driving on hard mode. I think that's the easiest way to describe it. Now, I'm not the driver for this trip, I'm the cameraman. My lovely wife over here, Tammy, she's the camera lady. I'm the cameraman. She's the driver. That'd be a bit weird, wouldn't she? Her driving what it's trying to film. I don't think that would go down too well. But I'd see in that bit, I physically saw someone on his phone on a moped looking down while he's driving. Anything's possible. So currently we're in a place called Caprarola, and we're going to be filming from here. So if you're interested in small Italian town life, do join us for that video. But today, as I say, is more about the drive and the road trip, and to showcase the beauty of Italy, but as well the driving conditions. Wow, look at that. So let's go and get in the car and let's go and get this road trip started. Alright, so we're parked in the multi-storey car park just here, and those views, you can't go wrong with that, can you guys? We're going to take the lift, which I hate taking because it's one of these kind of really old style lifts. How do you call it again, Tom? That one. Don't even know how to call it a lift. And yeah, it's one of my least favourite part of this journey.
We want that one.
We're at zone 2. So yeah,
Listen.
this is this. Sounds alright. There it is. I was getting really nervous. I get a bit nervous in lifts anyway.
Oh, that.
Never inspiring when you hear those noises when you're in a lift. And we have to take, because it's a very long, you can see it's a decent journey. It's a very long old trip. But yeah, we're renting a car. Obviously, we're not brought our own car here. That'd have been a bit of a nightmare, wouldn't it?
I love the car.
Yeah, and we've got an Opel Corsa, which obviously in the UK we call those Vauxhall Corsas. And we'll quickly show you that now. It's parked over here somewhere. So yeah, this is completely free, so if ever you're staying in Caprarola.
We've come down too far.
She's taking us down the wrong bloody thing, hasn't she? Right, give me a second. Back in the lift, guys. Take 2. I'm sure she did that intentionally to get me in that lift again. Take me down as far. She knows how much it scares me. So yeah, we're parked here, and in this area, it's completely free to park, which is very, very lucky. We're staying in a very small little kind of 1800s terracotta kind of cottage kind of thingy. Very, very small, very rustic. So again, if that's your kind of jam, do join us on that video as well. But look at this. Italy is a truly incredibly beautiful country. But like anything, I try and highlight both sides of the coin whenever we visit somewhere. And here we go. This is our rental. An old Opel, which is so strange because we don't get Opel, we get Vauxhall where we're from. Look at that, guys. Beautiful. That's a good start. We're not even got in the car yet and it's beautiful. But as I say, for me, it's about trying to document, you know, both sides of the coin. It's about trying to document the beauty of the journey we're going to take, despite it being a rainy, cloudy day, but also to document what we witness on the roads in terms of the road conditions, the drivers, and to see if the reputation that the drivers here get is deserved. So let's go and get in the car and let's get this road trip finally begun. And we're off on the first leg of our journey. So driving through the streets of Caprarola, and here you can see these are pretty narrow. Something that will be quite coming across quite a lot, and as you can see, this is you know, going to be a decent little journey. It's going to take about 4 hours, 184 miles to get there, so we'll have to stop along the way to get our, you know, tank refueled for the journey. Yeah, this is kind of like what a typical small Italian town looks like. Yeah, we've been here in this particular part now for a while, and yeah, we like it here. It's a good little place. Obviously it's raining, so tourist season is a bit strange. We went into Rome yesterday, and to be honest, I think Rome is where we really saw the worst of the driving situation here. It was crazy. Very nice, mate. Just throw whatever that was on the floor. Take pride in your country or whatnot. So yeah, it's, you know, Rome was mental. I'm not gonna lie, guys, it was mental. Tam, absolute soldier, dealt with that like a legend. But you know, I read later on Reddit, the Italian Reddit, Ask It Italy, which is a fantastic subreddit for those who want to know more about Italy from the perspective of Italians. Yeah, we get a lot of this as well, where people's like spatial awareness is completely off. Like they just stand there, and like we've had it before, like where people will quite literally just stop and have a chat with each other, and you kind of stopped there, and it's like, okay guys, yeah, I mean I shouldn't need to honk my horn. You can kind of see that I'm here wanting to pass, like just squeeze through. So yeah, we're not far from a palace as well where we're staying. It's like just up there, so we'll visit that on our next vlog as well. But yeah, Rome was the people of Rome. You guys are built different.
Turn left to stay on the Regina Margherita.
It's something quite unique driving in Rome. I think one thing we noticed straight away was the roundabouts. Like the people using the roundabouts was there was just no rules. It was like just
it's like free for all.
It's just like a free for all, and nobody.
To stay on Viale Regina.
All right, love. All right. Nobody was using their indicators. And interestingly, oh look at that lovely bridge. I hear that roundabouts, and I don't know if this is true. Again, this is Ask Reddit, so you know I'll take this with a pinch of salt. Look at that. Very nice. But they say that it's roundabouts are a relatively new thing in Italy, and that actually, you know, 10-15 years ago they weren't as kind of prominent in the country, and so people, especially those, you know, probably a bit longer than that actually, but people that
right onto SB69.
She loves her voice, doesn't she, that one? When people were learning to drive, you know, many years ago, roundabouts weren't really covered in that situation, and so obviously they yeah, stay on the side. So that's another thing. We drive on the left side of the road in the UK, which is very strange, and I agree. You prefer it. I actually agree with the Europeans. I think it's very strange that we drive on the left side of the road, because almost everybody else does, but we just got to be that weird awkward cousin that shows up to a wedding that, you know, nobody really wants there, but everyone's humouring. That's kind of how I feel like being English. You know, it's kind of like, yeah, you're kind of like the second cousin twice removed. You're not quite European. Yeah, you're the weird cousin. That's kind of how it feels. You know, and you get a lot of this as well, where people just kind of randomly pull out in front of you as well. Oh god, that happens so much. Like, you've got to be ready for that, guys, I tell you. Like, and just to clarify as well, I know people are going to like be thumbing this down left, right, etc. Fine, you do you. If you want to thumb it down, you want to give me an angry comment, whatever. Yeah, I mean, not really bothered. Like, I'm just trying to be truthful with you guys, you know what I mean? Like, I love Italy. It's actually a really nice country. Let me just flip this camera over so I can see that I'm looking at the screen. I love Italy. It's a beautiful country, and the people are really nice, and the food is incredible. The coffee is beautiful. Not really a wine drinker, but from my wine drinking friends I hear this is unparalleled. But I think it would be unfair to focus thoroughly on all the positives and just not look at anything to do with the roads, because it's paramount to the fact that Italians themselves have to deal with a lot of crap when they're driving, because those who are actually following the rules, because for instance, like, we'll be driving right now, and in a minute, like, because we're following the speed limit,
So it's 50 kilometres down there, and it was like yesterday I was doing the speed limit. No matter where I was, I could have been on a corner, you know, and they were just like overtake, and it's like, mate, you know,
but they would overtake without indicating. So they're just like
that's my
overtake you,
pet peeve.
and it's just like, and I hear that some people genuinely believe that indicating wears out the bulb. I've heard some people argue that. So I really hope that's not the case, because that would just be a new level of like,
That's just ignorance, you know.
a new level of madness. Sorry, just keep your eyes peeled for petrol stations on this route as well, because we do need to park and fill this bad boy up at some point. But yes, it's a new level of ignorance, isn't it? You know, if that's what people are actually believing. And again, I'm not here slating you guys from Italy. I actually really like you guys in your country, but and the road conditions as well. Like, you'll be on like literally a motorway or a highway, whatever you call it, in different countries, and there will be gigantic potholes, like, and you're razzing down there at like 130 kilometers. I mean, people are doing like triple the speed limit as well at some points. Like I've witnessed people doing like, you know,
In a quarter of a
100,
mile,
like,
turn right onto Via Cassia Cimina,
all right,
SP1.
we'll do that for you. I've witnessed people do like 130, 140 in a 70 kilometer zone, just overtaking people, like, and then popping back in front of them with absolutely no indication, and it's mental. But then,
Right onto Via Cassia
you know,
SP1.
when you're driving yourself and you've constantly got people like, you know, tailgating you right behind you, and don't worry, this ain't gonna be one big moan. I'm gonna demonstrate some of what we're seeing though, because I don't want to like just claim all these things and not provide evidence as well. But you'll be kind of trying to keep up with everybody else, you know, in the end. That's that you'll start kind of inadvertently trying to go faster yourselves, whilst trying to stay within the law, of course. Would never recommend speeding to anybody. But you do find yourself, even in the slow lane, even going in the slow lane, you're being like aggressively overtaken by people because you're not doing double the speed limit, and so you're picking up speed and stuff and going quite fast. But in the UK, our speed limit's like 70 miles an hour, which I don't know what that is in kilometers. Like, maybe it's like 130 or something as well. I don't know, maybe 120. But that's how fast we go. And it's consistent, but our roads are like, you know, I give the UK a lot of crap actually about how often we like repair our roads. Like, there'll always be a road closure because they're repairing the roads. But actually, since being in Italy, I'm really grateful for it, because like, I say, you'll be going down the motorway, flying down it, and then like you'll just hit a massive pothole at like 130 kilometers an hour, which is fast. It's about 80 miles an hour roughly. So you imagine going at 80 miles an hour, and there's a huge pothole there. I just missed that on the camera. And you're going at like 80 miles an hour, 130 kilometers, whatever you guys measure in your, you know, respective countries where you're watching this from, and you're going straight into a, I mean, it's like a ditch. It's not even a pothole, we're talking like a ditch. Huge potholes. And typical, got loads of beautiful mountains around here, and they're all obscured by trees and fog. We'll get to that later. And ironically enough, Tam's on the side of the road where all the action is. But hopefully we'll certainly get some beautiful spots on this trip, because where we're going, it's a very, very long drive, and we're going to see some beautiful stuff. So that's what we've experienced so far in terms of driving, and Rome was another level onto itself. And one of my new pet peeves, and if you're one of these people, I do apologise if you think I'm slating you. Again, it's not about me slating anybody, it's about me being honest. Some people don't like it. You know, if someone was to turn to me and say, oh, your country doesn't have the best roads and stuff, I'd be like, I agree. You know, some of our roads are pretty crap. You know, some of our roads are incredibly narrow, and you know, for some reason we believe they're a 2-car road, and they're certainly not. We have our problems as well in the UK, and if people called them out, I'd be cool with that. I'd be like, look, you know, yeah, highlight it, because if you highlight it, that improves things. And that's kind of like what I like to do here, because the more people that are highlighting this stuff, the more the kind of tourism board, and hopefully people that watch this go, yeah man, like, we want more people to come and visit and drive and take little road trips around our beautiful country and experience Italy. But you know, when you've got a very, very aggressive drivers and massive potholes in the road, it makes it very difficult. But yeah, sorry, in Rome, so another thing we experienced an issue with was the little scooter drivers, little scooter riders. In it, there were so many of them, honestly. And they just like, they are the pirates of the road. They literally don't give a crap. Like, they would weave in, you know, just cut in front of you, like no warning at all. Like, they believe they're the kings of the road. Like, a lot of them. You know, not all of them, but a lot of them. And if you're one of them that don't, respect to you. If you are one of those guys, jog on. Yeah, you make driving very, very awkward here. But let's have a little look at the view whilst we're kind of driving around. So far so good, you know. It's raining, as you can see. Probably not picking the best time to take a road trip, but actually
I don't think it's going to last long.
it's not going to last long, and this is actually fairly common practice for us in the UK. Rain, we drive a lot in the rain, and actually me and Tam actually we really like the rain. And there you go, so that's police control area there, so now we know to stay, make sure we're within the speed limits. You know, so that's where other people ignore it though. They're just straight up like, no, I'm not doing that. They'll see a police officer and just continue, keep going. You know what I mean? If they're on the other side of the road, that's it, they're going. You know what I mean? That's like, come and catch me then, mate. Yeah, and I do admire that that bravery, because we certainly won't get away with that in the UK. So yeah, it's strange, because I don't know how like heavily, and again, this I kind of rely upon my Italian brothers and sisters here to help me out. I don't know how strictly the road rules here are enforced. I don't know how strict the police are with stopping people. I don't know much. I must admit, you know, I'm just a mere tourist, and me and Tam, we decided to rent this car to drive, to experience Italy by car. And you know, obviously we wanted to experience Rome, but we didn't want to stay in Rome because you know, it's just a bit too hectic. We wanted to experience the countryside. Wow, look at that, it's actually rather beautiful. Get a bit of fog there as well. There you go, getting all conditions now. I think we're quite high up in the not the mountains, but we're quite highly elevated, and we had this exact same situation in the Czech Republic actually.
Oh yeah, but that was really thick.
It was so foggy that you couldn't even see past your hand. It was that foggy. So yeah, hopefully not too many bendy, windy mountain roads that we're encountering, but no doubt we are. There you go, look, looks like a good old drop, which for me, being afraid of, oh, that's all right actually, it looked worse than it was because it's foggy. But yeah, I'm not looking forward to those big old mountain passes. I'm very scared of heights, but we'll see how I get on. But yeah, this is more just a kind of observational tour, I guess. And as I say, if we're lucky enough to not, you know, lose the fog and stuff, we film the beauty. And if you're interested in where we're actually going to San Marino, which is a country unto itself. So it's a small, it's the 5th smallest country in the world. And the first one is actually in Rome, the Vatican City. So on this trip we kind of got 3 for 1, 3 countries for 1, which is pretty cool. And yeah, Viterbo, I don't know how you pronounce it, but we go there quite a bit for our shopping, because as I say, where we're staying, it's just a couple of small little kind of convenience stores, and yeah, we're going to shop in them for sure, because we want to support our local economy and the local business people. But when you want to do a big shop and you get all your supplies of Viterbo, that's the best for us. So that's why we've been going. So we do this route a few times anyway. But yeah, so what else have we observed, Tam? Yeah, so the lack of indication, potholes, scooter drivers. There's something else as well that I wanted to cover in the things that we've come across that have been a bit of a, oh wow, look at that, there you go guys, look at that. As soon as I turn the camera, it's like, nope, not giving you any views there. I'll just give you a bunch of bushes. I'm going to keep it there just in case. And no, I don't think we're going to get any views. But look, Italy, they put barriers on the sides, and they don't do that in Wales. They don't do it in Wales. Literally, I kid you not, and I know this video ain't about Wales, but it's kind of related. Like literally 100-foot drop, and there's just no barrier. And I was just like, the Welsh are just built differently, man. They must be built differently, because I was terrified. Like, I was literally, and look at that, you get little warnings about like rock falls and stuff, and we actually did see that happen as well.
Right towards SP63 Strada Paiangoli.
Paiangoli, that's how you pronounce that. So yeah, we've experienced quite a few different things driving in Italy. Yeah, just breaking the speed limits,
Turn right towards SP63
lack of indication,
Strada Paiangoli.
potholes.
Yeah,
you're going the right way, love, you're fine. It can get a bit jarring, can't it? But look at this, wow, some beautiful woodlands there. You can always tell you're going in the right direction as well. A, if you're facing right, and B, if the signs are facing towards you. That's kind of how I can tell.
Well, no, because there's normally arrows to say which way to go.
Look at that.
On the road, but there weren't any back there.
Nah, don't worry about it, Tam. So on these trips, Tam is a fantastic driver, by the way. I don't like to toot her horn too much because she get a big head. But if you're wondering what toot your horn means, it's like a saying in England which means like to like
someone up.
no, big yourself up. That's kind of, again, I don't know, people would say that to like compliment yourself, to like compliment to yourself or somebody else. Toot your horn means like toot toot, like shout proudly about myself. It's a very strange saying. I've never actually thought about that, but yeah, we say that in the UK to compliment oneself. So if you're not watching from the UK and you're in Italy and you're wondering what the hell I mean by that, but Tam is she's a very good, she's a very accomplished driver. She's a very good driver, much better than myself. I can drive, but I prefer to do the camera work. Tam is fearless on the roads. Just will take on anything. As I say, driving on the mountain, completely unfazed. Me, I was like terrified one time. It was actually quite funny. But yeah, so you know, obviously Italy's a very diverse country. Like, you get a lot of these kind of beautiful kind of wooded pine areas, you get a lot of the mountainous backdrops, you've got the beaches, you've got this. Italy is such a diverse country in terms of its beauty, and we've witnessed that, and we want to showcase that. And this video is not one big long moan, thankfully, because I'm sure that'd get quite annoying for the Italians to just hear me moaning about your roads. Certainly not the goal of this, is to show two sides, and obviously I've spoken about one side, and we'll try and showcase that where we can as well, where people are driving aggressively or just not driving very safely, or if we see a particularly crazy section of road where potholes are sitting and stuff. It's more about awareness, I guess. It's more for the Italians to make them go, yeah, this is ridiculous, we shouldn't have to deal with this. And to kind of I guess warn people who are coming from different countries. That was it. I've just remembered. Oh, I've missed it. There's a massive pothole there. So I do apologise. I've got I feel like I've got a bit of a cold coming on. So yeah, these are the roads. There's a little warning there telling you that you could fall off the edge of the road if you're not careful, which is always quite promising. But so another very important thing. Very important thing, especially if you're visiting Rome. I don't know about the other Italian cities, but Rome, I can tell you this for free, is I don't know what you want to say, but it's probably not the same thing that I'm about to say, but I'll let you say what you want to say in a minute. Just give me a sec before my brain like runs out of this information. All right, fair enough. I thought you were going to say like, oh yeah, I just remembered something. I probably should have said it mine. This is actually unrelated to driving. It is related to driving, and it's not, but it's something that you really want to be aware of. Like, it's actually really serious. Like, this really needs to be highlighted. So in Italy, in Rome specifically, there are park and ride systems, and we were going to use them because it's like €2 to park there for a whole day. We're like, wow, €2, great, that sounds good to us. And so we went to park there, and we thought we'd have a little look at some of the reviews. As you do, we like to look at the reviews. Wow, look at this, beautiful, absolutely stunning. We're looking at the reviews, and yeah, basically all of these cars that were being parked there were getting broken into. People were parking their cars there because they're unmonitored, and they're not, you know, security cameraed and stuff. They were being broken into, literally cars getting smashed. Now this was more prevalent with cars with foreign number plates, so we saw various comments, and I'll have to see if I can put like a, let me see if I can get a picture of it on my phone quickly, actually, to show you like an example. Like warnings to tell people to be careful, because like certain park and rides, oh, I can't show you on my phone because if I turn it off, I'm going to turn off the sat nav. I'll have to screenshot it and put it in this video or something. Okay, so let's get right into it. So as you can see, there's a northern section of Rome where we were hoping to park. We had a little look at the reviews, and yeah, cars getting broken into, as you can see. Another example here, windows getting smashed. Another example of someone's windows getting smashed. Another person's window getting smashed. And then we've got one that we looked at the south of Rome, so we thought, oh, maybe we just kind of come around it and go up there. Couldn't do that either, because again, people's cars were getting smashed and getting robbed. Another one here, another one here, another one, another one, another one, another one, another one. No, they do good food, so there's a positive. Or just go and look. if you go and type in Park and Ride Rome and go and read the reviews, you will see that if you have a foreign number plate, your car will be more than likely broken into. So do not use the Park and Rides if you have a foreign number plate. We don't, because our car is a rental, but because it's a rental, we didn't want to take that risk. Look at this, guys. Stunning. Lovely little winding roads.
Even though we're insured, like...
We are insured, and Tam actually took the wing mirror off almost the other day, which was quite funny. So that's a whole other story. So the roads get very, very narrow in comparison to the UK. And Tam, you know, she was driving along as she usually does in the UK. Look, I was tooting her horn earlier, telling you guys how great a driver was.
To my defence, like, you know, the roads are narrow.
They're very narrow, yeah.
Do you know what I mean? And there was a car, like, coming towards us, but was like more on our side, so it was like,
yes, Tam, yes, thank you. Well remembered. I forgot about
like,
this.
You know, what do I do? Do I carry on and hit the car? Or
Yeah. That's another thing that happens quite a lot here, is that you'll be driving and you'll turn a corner and the car will be on your side of the road, and it'll be like, whoa, hang on, what are you doing? And so you got to either quickly swerve or brake. And
it happens in the Czech Republic as well.
It does happen in the Czech Republic. It's not as bad as it is in Italy, but I think the roads are a bit more narrow in Italy.
Point it there. Right, so this is how narrow the roads are. So it's like, to me, there's not enough room for both cars.
Yeah, so you have to kind of stray out that way a little bit, and that car should stray that way. But the car coming on this way won't do that. In fact, they will just stay right there. And that again is probably like a confidence thing, because obviously the Italians, they're used to their roads, they're more confident driving their roads, and so they're more accustomed to the way their roads work. And with us, obviously, we're not accustomed to them, so we're probably driving a bit more cautiously. But anyway, this car was kind of coming towards us. It didn't stray away, it didn't kind of move, it just kind of is. Imagine you like walking on a path, and there's 3 people walking towards you, and you want to walk, and obviously your only option is to either walk onto the road where it's very, very busy, or is to like kind of walk into the people. And the people will probably usually go, okay, well, let's form a little line here so that we can get past and we can all get in. On the roads, just imagine those 3 people didn't move and they all kind of stayed in that same line and they didn't let you pass, and so now you've got to walk into this busy road. That's kind of what it was like. So yeah, we almost took the wind mirror off because of that. Thankfully, it was we weren't going fast enough to actually fully take it off.
Like I actually did on our old car.
Oh yeah, she did that as well, yeah.
To my defence, I only just passed my driving test.
Yeah, we'll let her off that one. She did just pass her driving test when that happened. But yeah, we don't drive in Europe much. And there you go. Oh, he moved. Only just very, very last minute. But yeah, that's it's terrifying when it happens. But anyway, I need to put this on charge and we need to go and fill up our car. So we'll quickly go and do those 2 things and we'll continue this road trip. And now we've kind of highlighted the issues that we've experienced. Oh, there we go, look, happening again. We will hopefully demonstrate them, you know, demonstrate the potholes and demonstrate the crazy drive-in, and yeah. So bit of a longer uncut version this video actually, which is a bit different for us, but yeah, hopefully you're here with us still so far, and we'll continue this road trip and get this thing on charge. Right, filling up the car. Let's see how much this is going to cost us. We're like, what? We've got like a quarter of a tank. What do you mean if it works? That's not good.
Inserire banconote o carte. Selezionare il tipo di pagamento.
We'll go for a bank card. You got to do like a prepayment.
Insert your credit or debit card,
Whoa,
or pass it on the
nice.
contactless device.
Okay, we'll do, because I guess it's got to take like a prepayment before you can do that. I don't know how much they're going to charge for that. So yeah, shut off the engine, we've done that. No open flame, no smoking, and no mobile phone. Didn't say anything about cameras. So insert card to start the
Keep
transaction.
The card. Operation in progress. Remove card. Operation in progress.
And how much they take. Auto Riz. Authorization granted, that's good. Okay, cool. So yeah.
Book it now.
And yeah, so this is the process of filling it.
At pump 2.
This is the process. We're going to completely fill it up. This is the process of filling it up. We're going to see how much it costs. So wish us luck, guys. This is euros. So I'm assuming what will happen is once we've paid, we'll get a receipt, and yeah. And it's just, look, we're just watching our money dissolve, just dissolving away. Look, can you believe this, guys? It's killing me. Look. But hopefully it's not as expensive as it is in England, but we shall see. Oh, there you go. These are the prices up here. So €1.67. I don't know what that is in pounds. We're going to find out. I'll tell you what though, this rental company, yeah? What are they called again, Tam? Record Go? Something like that? When we went for those guys, out of nowhere, they didn't let us know, but they basically, like, when we arrived, they were like, oh, by the way, we need to put a £72, which is about €80 hold on your card if you don't return it back with full fuel, which is fine. Completely understand. You got to protect your earnings and stuff, but they didn't even mention that. No mention of that whatsoever. There we go. Looks like we're ended on 50, almost €60 to fill this car, which is less than the hold they put on my car. Not my car, no, this car. It's not really my car, but it's less than the hold than they put on the car. On the card, on my card.
My card.
On your card that I paid for. There you go. So we only brought enough money for this the spending, and it was a bit of an unwanted surprise, and they didn't mention any of this in the documentation. Did you get a receipt? Yeah. Oh. Did you get a receipt?
No, we didn't print one out.
You didn't print one out? Oh, good. That's cool. Right, did you get a thing of how much it was?
It said
€60 wasn't it? Right. So.
Oh wow.
What's that?
It is full.
Yeah, we filled the car, so
Right.
680 kilometres. I don't know what that is in miles, but I might need to put my phone back on again. Just give me a second, guys. It's just connecting, and yeah. So they basically took money out of our card, or sorry, asked for money out of our card without any kind of notification that they were doing that. Nothing in the contract, nothing in the kind of small print that we could see. It was just like we rocked up and we were like, hey, you've got to pay a fee, and we're like, what? Yeah, you've got to pay a holding fee. And we're like, we see. Well,
Oh, I've got to go up that way.
to come back this way. Yeah, it's a bit annoying, isn't it? Cool. So yeah, that's the process of fueling the car, and that's roughly how much. I think we was on a quarter. So I think if it was completely empty, you're probably looking at about maybe 75 to 80 euros to completely fill the car, I guess. But we had about a quarter of a tank left, and we wanted to fill it for this journey as well. So yeah, we got 173 miles left. I don't know what that is in kilometers. I don't know anything about kilometers. Let me just quickly sort that out. Yeah, kilometers we're not very familiar with. We can change the settings on here to reading kilometers, but Tam doesn't want to do that. She's afraid that we'll return it. We've already changed the language to English, so we've got.
Okay, put it in miles then.
We'll do that in a minute. It's too much hassle. So yeah, it's
In a quarter of a mile, turn left onto Strada Provinciale 151 Ortona.
that one. Yeah, we've got right there. Oh, it looks like it's rerouted us anyway, so that's cool.
Yeah.
So yeah, we're enjoying it so far. As I say, Viterbo was somewhere we visited. Orte was going to visit to take the train into Rome, because obviously, as I say, when we wanted to go into Rome, the situation was if we wow, look at that beautiful mountain view in the background there, guys.
We were just driving on.
We were just driving up that mountain just there. It's not really a mountain, it's more of a hill, but we were just driving up that, and it was really annoying as well because we was just coming down here, and this is a blind turning, and we had this car behind us, and it was kind of honking at us. So I just accidentally paused the video there when I turned it around. It was honking at us behind us and tailgating us, kind of pressurising us to go forward. It was like, all right, mate, bloody hell, like, what do you want to do? Just take a blind turn in, like, without knowing what we're doing? And anyway, we kind of got pressurised into it. We're hosts, we're guests in this country, so we kind of just rolled with it and we started going forward. And this little nonna, she was driving like that, and she came out of absolutely nowhere, and we had to kind of quickly hard brake. And then the car behind us was honking us again. It's like, we can't win. We can't win. Rather not, just bugger off, mate. So as always, didn't capture that on camera, but that did happen. And yeah, here we go. So I don't think you guys can see that on the floor there, but that's kind of that's a small. This is a good road. This is a fantastic road actually in Italy. Look how well paved. This has got to be done recently. And if the roads were more like this, the driving conditions would be a little less intimidating. But it's a tough country to drive in, and I say that with respect to the Italians, because you guys, you know,
it's got to be the worst one I've ever driven in.
yeah, we've driven in some.
I've obviously driven into central London.
Yeah, central London. We've driven up to the Scottish Highlands, well, almost to the Scottish Highlands, in Glasgow, into the Welsh countryside.
Rome has got to be the worst city.
Rome is one of the worst places we ever drove. I know the Romans aren't like that. We didn't even go into the centre of Rome. We went into a little parking area, which I went very far. It was like this underground. We had no choice. It was like we always use park and rides in every country we go to, because, you know, it's brilliant. That's what they're designed for. But as I say, the local gangs have figured out that's what people are doing, so they're just breaking into their cars. And, you know what I mean? Yeah, we just couldn't risk that. Even, you know, because if they'd figured out this was a rental, they would have still tried to break into this car. And I don't know if they're discriminating specifically against foreign plates, or they're doing it to everybody. You have to let me know in the comments, guys. But it was too big a... What the hell are you doing?
Had an itch.
Fucking hell. Made me jump. I thought you were like bashing something in the car then. Made me jump. So yeah, we've got like 3.5 hours to go, so we're like half an hour onto our journey, which is, it doesn't seem like, it seems longer than that. But it's been pretty chill so far, actually. It's been alright. We've not had too many bad situations yet. We get a lot of this, like, oh, it could be icy, be careful. Which we do have snow chains in the car. I think snow chains are the letting agency, the car letting company, the car rental company was saying to us that that's mandatory to have them in the car with you if it starts snowing. And we've never fitted snow chains, so we just pray.
We had flicker of snow.
We had a flicker of snow. We're like, oh no, come on, don't do this to us. Figure out how to fit snow chains. We've never done that before. Because in the UK, and it's probably the same in the Czech Republic and also Germany as well, but our tyres are designed to be pretty robust against snow. But then again, it's probably not down to the, it's probably partially down to the road conditions in Italy. And when I say road conditions, like, you guys may be thinking I'm talking about little rural backside, you know, towns and stuff, back roads and stuff. Backside towns. I don't know, that sounds a bit rude, doesn't it? Like backtrack towns and stuff, like, you know, little hidden towns and stuff. But no, we're talking about major cities here. We're talking major metropolitan cities. The roads are awful, like crazy. Like, we've never seen anything like that. Oh, some lovely vineyards, look, guys. So never seen anything like it before, and was a bit of a culture shock to us, because obviously when you go into a capital city, you kind of expect it to be of a good standard of roads and stuff, especially in such a developed and beautiful country like Italy, with such a, you know, a long rich history and some of the most beautiful buildings I've ever seen in my life. I mean, I don't want to slate Rome too much. Like, driving in Rome's not very pleasant, but, you know, Rome itself is a very, very beautiful city. Although it's very sad, because we visited the Vatican yesterday, and there's lots of hustlers and scammers outside of the Vatican, and I just thought, what a terrible place to try and rip people off in the house of God itself, to try and scam people. Like, you know, just as a Christian myself, I thought, when you go to heaven, you got to answer for that. You know what I mean? Especially if you yourself believe in God. You know what I mean? And you're actively scamming people in the house of God. I just thought it's crazy. You know what I mean? So that was kind of, you know, one of the negatives that we observed. But apart from that, Rome was pretty cool. You had a lot of kind of people trying to, as much as we tried to just blend in. Oh, yours alright, wasn't you?
I was. It was you.
I'm very obviously not Italian. Like, I don't, you know, the Italian people, here's my big compliment for you guys. The Italians are very, very attractive people, aren't they? All of them.
The men are, yeah.
The men and the women as well, until they get to a certain age, and then, like, you know, and it kind of goes downhill a little bit. That's the same with us though, you know. But the Italian people are very, very attractive people, very, very attractive, and it's I guess that's how they can tell me apart. It's like, you know, you've got a goblin coming in amongst a kind of a beauty parade, you're going to notice that goblin. So obviously I could tell as a tourist, and so they kept kind of flagging me down. Hey, do you want to buy this? Hey, do you want to buy that? And I was like, no grazie, no grazie, no grazie, no grazie, no grazie, over and over again. No thanks, no thank you, no thank you, no thank you.
They were talking to you in English.
It's probably because my pronunciation's absolutely diabolical. We have learned some Italian. I'm not going to showcase it on this trip, because this is more about, I mean, look at that, it's beautiful, isn't it, guys? Stunning. More about these beautiful, like, Italian countrysides and vistas. That's what this video is about. But as I say, the video we're doing from Caprarola, you can pronounce that better than me. How do you say it?
Caprarola.
Where we're staying there.
Have to roll the R.
Got to roll that R. We just can't. It's really hard to roll an R after saying a P. Caprarola. 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 So we have learned some Italian. Both of us. We've both learned the same amount of Italian. We both know Italian. And so we'll showcase that in the video that we're doing. You know, around living, you know, in a small little Italian town, because we want to try and live like the locals. Where we're staying is in Lazio, which is a province, I believe, in Rome, or just outside Rome, or within Rome. I can't really remember, but it's like a region, I guess you could say, and they're very well known for hazelnuts. So we want to get some hazelnuts and kind of shop with the locals and chill out with the locals, and yeah, experience life with the locals. So again, if that's your kind of your thing, then that video will be coming up soon as well. But yeah, we've got like, you know, 0.9 miles to go, and we've got a main road coming up here as well. So, but yeah, so as we was going up that big hill, like some of the bends and turns were really sharp. Like, it's another thing you'll find in Italy, some very, very sharp bends and turns. And again, like, we're taking them very cautiously, and there's people razzing down there. It's like, blimey. I guess though, it's about experience. You know, the more experienced you are as a driver, the more confident you are to do those things. But we don't experience it really often, so it's different for us. Oh, this is another thing as well. Like, you'll be on a major road. Oh, there you go. Look at those guys. That's mental. You'll be on like a major motorway, and there'll be people.
In a quarter of a mile, turn right onto SP60.
There'll be people on bikes on the major motorway, like just riding their bicycles. Oh, look at this, guys. Look. Oh, look at that. Bloody Nora. Now just imagine that kind of pothole, but at like 130 kilometers, 80 miles an hour.
Turn right onto SP60, then.
But you see that this guy here, this guy biking here, you will get people doing that on the major motorways, literally on the major motorways, and that for us in the UK, I'm almost certain that's illegal to do that in the UK.
Turn left onto the slip road to Roma, then merge onto SS 675.
Okay, cool. So yeah, in the UK it's illegal to do that, but in Italy I guess not, and it's very, very strange for us. It's a bit of a big old truck coming. I'll give you the view there.
It's the back.
Oh right, well, okay.
Yeah, you'll have to.
He's gone. Go. Right.
You'll have to be my eyes that way.
Fucking hell, the cameraman, the eyes, the navigator. Fucking hell, I've got more responsibility in this car than her now. Oh no, she's keeping me alive. There you go. That's pretty big responsibility.
Oh, your hands are cold.
Sorry, yeah, they are freezing cold today. So here we go. This is 70. Controllo elettrico della. I couldn't read that quickly.
Continue on SS 675 for 21 miles.
So this is a 70, and we're doing 70, and that guy over there is probably doing close to 100, and this is the slow lane. Let me get this on charge whilst I talk to you guys, because it's gonna fail halfway through this video if I can't work out where my charging port is. There we go. Right, there we go. So this is the slow lane, and but you wouldn't think it. You would not think it. And I have to see if I can demonstrate some of the potholes on these major roads. Like, look, they filled in one there. Like, look at that. Look, that's just mental. And this guy, there you go. Look. There he is. Look.
And that's what we get.
See, do you see that guy there? Like, so he was driving, but was like in this lane, but also in his lane, and massive potholes. And in a minute, I can't see if there's anyone behind us, but in a minute, I guarantee you, I'm going to keep this rolling so you can see it. I guarantee you, we're going like at the speed limit of 90, I think. And we will 100% be overtaken by someone. On this slow lane, we'll be overtaken by someone doing probably like 130, but when they indicate to come in, well, they won't.
Even on the slip roads, they just like...
Even on the slip roads, yeah, they just don't indicate. And it's just craziness. And again, this is about demonstrating two sides of Italy. It's demonstrating the absolute stunning beauty of the country, but also demonstrating the absolute chaos of the roads. And again, I'm very, very lucky, as I say. Tam is a wonderful driver. She's driven in a lot of different conditions. I think the only thing you've never driven in is snow, which is a little bit ironic, actually.
We had a bit of snow back home.
That was a dusting.
But that was a dusting.
That was a dusting. Just imagine you had a cake and you put a little bit of icing sugar at the end. That was the snow we had. Look at this, guys. Mental, look.
Yeah, I'm not, you know, ice I have, fog I have, trench rain I have.
Yeah, you've driven in many conditions, but these kind of roads we haven't. And the thing is, right, Italy is a developed country. If we was in like a I don't like the word third world country because I think it's a bit derogatory, but if you was in like a what people term to be a third world country, I'd kind of expect it, you know what I mean, the roads not to be very well maintained and stuff. But this is a beautiful country with a lot of tourism, a lot of history. All right. Yeah, we expected more from the roads, I guess you could say. They're trying though. Look, they are trying to fill some of them in. But yeah, do you know, it's actually quite nice to get stuck behind a lorry because you can kind of go at a normal speed. Because in the UK, maybe in the same as Italy, but lorries and kind of larger vehicles are limited to 10 miles under the speed limit. So whatever that is in kilometres, it's kind of, you go slightly under. Look at that guy, mental. And more. But they are paving them in, so they're doing something about it slowly. But I think these roads just need tearing up and starting again. There's probably a reason. Someone's going to probably come in the comments and explain why that is. Road works, there you go. They're doing something. They're doing something about it, I guess. But on the roads in Rome, there was none of that at all. But so yeah, some beautiful countryside. It reminds me a lot of England in some strange ways, like in certain parts of right, I guess it's kind of the fact it's winter as well, but the greenery and the kind of rolling hills and stuff, we have a lot of that in the UK. Obviously soon we'll start to see mountain vistas and stuff like that, but yeah, so no overtaking, that says there, so that's obviously like a sign to say no overtaking.
Mountain.
Sorry?
There's a mountain.
Is there a mountain coming, is it?
No, where we're staying, isn't it?
Oh yeah, there's a mountain near where we're staying. Yeah, it's really cool. Yeah, I wish we had managed to catch that. We might have to try and capture that on camera in a different vlog. But it's a massive mountain. It's so beautiful. But yeah, it does remind me a lot of the UK in some parts.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that there with the police helmet and the blue sign basically tells you there's a speed camera coming up or like a police kind of awareness. And again, I think the police in Italy are aware about the kind of lawlessness that some parts of Italy does have in terms of driving. Or the fact that some people just completely flat. And look, yeah, fair play. They are trying. Look, they are trying to rebuild the road. So you know, give them credit. And look, this is a beautiful road. Look, this is more like it. This is what we hope. This is what we hope for. Look, beautiful, absolutely stunning. But it's over near Rome. This is not the case really. There's a lot more bad roads than good.
I also find it weird that the police drive around with like their lights on.
Yeah, that was a bit intimidating at first.
Because, you know, I was like, I might get pulled over because obviously I had a police car driving behind us with the lights on. And
Yeah,
I was
yeah.
like, okay, you know, and obviously in the UK, the only time they put their sirens on is if they're going out to something or you get pulled over.
Or if they want to get somewhere quicker. But I didn't say that. But I'm certain of that. I am convinced that the police and I've got friends who are in the police, so they probably don't mind me having a bit of a laugh here. But I'm certain, right? If we're slowing people down on the roads, and there's police behind there, just like, yeah, you got to bear in mind as well. Police, they see the best of people at all times. Like people slow down, they drive like human beings when the police are about. He's indicating, fair play to him. You know, when the police are about, people really, really slow down and take their time. And so obviously police, they get a lot of situations where people are kind of backing up behind them or in front of them. So I reckon they put their lights on to like just go, man, I really want to get home. So let's just get this done. But it looks like, yeah, I will, yeah, credit given where credit's due, Italy. Look, it looks like you guys are giving it a go, you know what I mean? Like sorting out the roads and stuff. But yeah, it's there's still a long way to go. I think there's still a lot of work to do. But yeah, no. As I say, I think Italy's a beautiful country. It's a beautiful country, and as I say, we're looking forward to seeing San Marino. It's, as I say, the 5th smallest country in the world. So not often you get to visit a country that small. And look at that. Well, beautiful. So yeah, as I say, we're just trying to keep this vlog as raw as we can, trying to showcase what we're seeing. I'm sure the drivers know that we're filming. They're being a bit more tame today, but then again, it's because the roads are being repaired. And there's a speed camera right there, so yeah, we're a little bit under the speed limit actually, so that's good. But yeah, I don't know, we're cautious UK drivers, I guess you could say. It's kind of ingrained into us. Like, obviously the police take road road safety very, very seriously in the UK. They really do. Like, if you start messing around, it's paramount. So because it's very strict, people try not to mess around too much. I mean, especially if they see a police officer, they really do slow down. They're giving it a go. They're certainly, they're working on these roads here, aren't they? So I'm not going to be completely critical. But oh, there we go. Look at this, guys. We're coming into some beautiful scenes just here now. Look, and well, there we go. Look at that. Imagine living down there, eh? How the other half live. And look at these mountains, guys, and these beautiful hills and these vistas, and all blocked off by this. Ironically enough, these things here, but you can see the rolling hills in the background there, and I'll just get in there for you so you can see a bit closer. Absolutely beautiful. So Italy, yeah, is I would say it's a country of two identities. I guess you could say it's like identity number one is the beauty and the rolling hills, the mountains, and the road trips. And two is the chaos. Beauty but brutal, beautiful but brutal. Brutal beauty. Wow, look at that, guys. No messing around here in Italy. Stunning views, absolutely stunning. Lots of history. I really don't want people to sit here thinking, oh, he's just spent all this time slagging off our country, slagging off our roads, telling us
the country itself is very beautiful.
It's a beautiful country. I mean, look at this. It's just mental, guys. You know what I mean? Let's just appreciate that. So that's what this road trip's also about, is to showcase this part. It's also to highlight and discuss some of the issues. And again, I don't think people are going to like that, but I'm not here to pander to people and try and suck up to everybody and tell everyone their country is the greatest single country on the whole planet. I think it's about being honest, it's about being truthful, and it's about showing the other side of things. And obviously, as I say, since we've been here driving, and again, I'm very lucky that Tam's a very confident driver, and she can handle a lot of situations, but the drivers here, they really can intimidate you. And if I was behind that wheel right now, I would not be enjoying this. What about you? Like, as a driver, what's your perspective, love? I'm going to interview the driver. Interview of the driver.
Yeah, no, I'm enjoying the drive. It is a good drive.
What would you say are the pros and cons as a driver?
Pros, well, I just love driving anyway. So
Yeah, you just enjoy driving, don't you?
exactly. There's no.
When I suggested the 4-hour road trip, she's like, yeah, man,
You were
let's do
like,
it.
no, we'll just we'll go to
We'll go somewhere closer, yeah.
And I was like,
No, let's go and do it. Let's go and do a 4-hour road trip to San Marino. That's because we are also trying to tick as many countries off the list as we can. We're trying to, look at that, guys, stunning. We're trying to get as many countries off our list as we can, and I think obviously being near Europe, it's easier for us to do Europe, so we're trying to do this. We have got a couple of Middle Eastern countries in there, and we do plan to visit Asia soon. Given that Europe's closer, but we're not just your bang average channel that just goes, let's just go to the old town, or let's go to the big cities. We try to live like the locals and experience local life as best as we can. Driving with the locals, eating with the locals, cooking like the locals, speaking the local language, trying to immerse ourselves in the culture as best as we can in every country we visit. No exceptions, no matter how difficult the language is. If we was to go to Iceland, we would learn Icelandic. We would eat the Icelandic food. We would be with the Icelandic people. We've been to Lithuania, very difficult language. We learned Lithuanian, we cooked Lithuanian food, and we got a lot of...
Yeah, we went there last year for my birthday.
We did, yeah, went there for your birthday last year, yeah, and we got a great reception. Very, 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 very kind of Lithuanian people. They welcomed us. So yeah, this is like towards the Lazio region, or is it coming in? No, we're leaving the Lazio region and now going into Umbria. And yeah, I'm just going to kind of keep the camera rolling here just so we can just see just what happens, you know what I mean? Just kind of witness what's going on. The road's building up a bit more now with traffic, which is good. We want this because it allows us to see the kind of best and the worst of people, I guess you could say, you know. But yeah, the lane discipline here is very, very unique. People often swerve into your lane. Like this guy here is a good example. Now he's coming back out again, but it kind of like swerves in and out of their lanes and stuff, which can be a little bit jarring as well if you're not used to that. But yeah, this is like what Italy looks like. This is your typical kind of Italian drive. Again, lots of police stations and stuff. So look, Italy, you guys are doing something about it, you know what I mean? No joke. Look at that. Wow, stunning. It's always the case, isn't it, guys? They're blocked off by trees and stuff, but let's just keep it rolling over there just in case. There you go, we'll just about make it out. But yeah, I think we can see that things are being in place, you know what I mean? This road's lovely as well, you know, it's a good road. Clearly infrastructure is trying to improve. I just think the driving, you know what I mean, the discipline of the drivers is just something completely different. And again, the people ain't going to like that. I ain't here to kiss asses. I'm just here to demonstrate what I see. I'd also be interested to hear, like, if I've got any kind of people from outside of Italy who have driven in Italy as well, what their take are. Like, maybe they, like, obviously, look, I know if you're living in, like, you know, South America, for instance. I've heard the roads in South America, the driving conditions, the drivers in South America, those kind of countries are crazy. And so if you're driving from a country like that and coming over here, this would be nothing. This would be, you know, this would be child's play. But for us, this is kind of like driving, but on hard mode. Think about it like a video game. If this is a video game, this would be driving. You all right?
Yeah, I'm looking around.
Oh, right. It'd be like driving on hard mode, because as I say, it does take a lot of balls to drive in Italy, to be honest, because the drivers, there you go, look, indications. Just doesn't. I'm gonna have to zoom in so you can see a bit better. But indicating is not a thing here.
It's very rare.
Very rare. When we see someone indicate, we actually are really proud of them. We're like, great job, man. Like you're representing. You're doing great. You know what I mean? So yeah, indicating, and it's worse when like someone will randomly swerve in front of you.
There you go. No indication.
Yeah, just indicating is just. We get it in the UK. Yeah, again, I'm not bashing you guys, Italy. We have it in the UK, but it's actually rarer. Like, the only way to really kind of explain it, wow, look at that, no messing. In the UK, there you go, get a nice panoramic view there. In the UK, you know, how do I put it? Like, if we have people like not indicating, they're kind of few and far between, and they're disliked. Like, people don't like them. Like, they're it's seen as a bit of a rude thing not to do, because it doesn't take 5 minutes to flick an indication on. And contrary to belief, if that's people believe, oh, look at this, guys. Off onto a tunnel. Look at this. Look. So this is what I was hoping, like the James Bond-esque kind of experience. You know what I mean? Like, you know, James Bond, where you might hopefully the camera adjusts. Oh, it does. The camera automatically adjusted for the new light. Look, very impressive. Let's see what this guy does. Come on, mate. Indicate. Come on. Come on. He's not picking a lane. He's a white van driver. In the UK, we get white van drivers. We call them white van men, which is a little bit discriminatory actually, because women might drive them as well. But we just generally call them white van men. And again, if you're from the UK and you're watching this, you'll know exactly what we're talking about. And if you're a white van driver, you probably are kind of labelled this way as well, potentially. But they are known to be some of the worst drivers in the UK, basically. So we've got a couple of drivers in the UK that get a really bad reputation, and quite a lot of the time deserved. So we get BMW drivers, Audi drivers, white van drivers, taxi drivers. Wow, look at taxi drivers are really, really bad drivers, yeah, in the UK, generally speaking. I don't like to generalise too much, but they are pretty bad drivers most of the time. Their road discipline is incredibly bad. And then the other one, which is a bit of a surprise, to make come as a surprise, but some of the worst drivers in the UK are actually the highway maintenance guys. The guys that maintain our highways are awful, awful, awful drivers. Wow, look at that, people. Absolutely terrible drivers. Just like a law unto themselves, again. So just imagine all of those drivers, and again, they're kind of few and far between. They kind of make up maybe like 5% of our population. Now just imagine if it made up like 50% of your population.
Car behind us, right, and I've just been looking out the rearview mirror, and it was driving like literally halfway. See where the white lines are? This car now coming round us.
Yeah, so that's another thing. Yeah, like the cars' lane discipline isn't great here. Like, you know, people will straddle lanes and stuff, and just won't really pick a lane. And it's hard to tell what to do when they're doing that, because yeah, there's a great example that you can see. Look, he's not really picking a lane, so, and that lorry in front decided not to indicate, and yeah, it's just mad. It's just mad. Again, I'm not bashing you, Italy, you know. Say what you want, you know. If you want to come in, whoa, blimey, I hate when I do that. I always do that, don't I? You want to come in the comments and be like, oh, you're an arsehole, you know, you don't know anything, blah 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 blah. How can you judge us? You're not even driving the car yourself. My wife is though, and she agrees, and this is also her opinion.
Give two hoots or people.
Yeah, we're not here to impress people. We're not here to please people, you know. But equally, we're not here to bash as well and to completely shit on your country. We're not here to do that. We're here to be frank.
Hey, we're now going to drive on the left side of the road.
Oh look, we're doing what? We're back in the UK. Look, you know, it didn't take us long, did it? This actually happened a couple of times in the Czech Republic. Oh no, they're back on the right again now. Oh, what's going on over here? There, look, filling trees over here. Interesting. But yeah, so we have our problems in the UK as well. And if someone was to come along and highlight those problems to me and say, yeah, come in the comments and tell me what's wrong with the UK, I'll probably agree with you. And I love the UK. I'm very, very proud to be from the UK. One of the very few people from England, specifically England. You know, the UK is hard. I mean, it's weird actually. Technically, I am from the UK because my family are from Scotland, Ireland, and England. So technically, I'm as UK as it gets. Well, no, actually, Ireland isn't in the UK. So scratch that bit.
It depends what part of it.
I don't want the Irish kicking off at me because yeah, you're
Ireland, yes,
yeah,
you are.
Northern Ireland, yeah, but I'm not having the Irish kicking off at me. I'm one of you guys as well.
Yes, but
A couple of cousins once removed and all that.
yeah, Northern Ireland is part of the United.
It is. We're not doing. It's not a geography lesson, guys. That's not important. But I'm very, very proud to be from the UK. But we have our problems. And if someone was to come along and point that out to me, I'd be like, yeah, I agree. I'd agree with you. You know, if it's trying to showcase two sides of the coin, if it's like, look, you know, there's problems here, but look at this great shit here as well, I'll be like, yeah, thank you for looking at both sides and being objective. Some people don't like objectivity. Look at this, look. That lorry's just like, no, screw you, buddy. You're not getting past. So look at this, look. Like, it's, you know, rather unfortunate foggy day today, but these rolling hills just past Hammy there and stuff, and yeah, it's really strange. It reminds me of James Bond. Like, I used to watch a lot of James Bond films growing up, and a lot of those films we filmed in Italy, and so it was always kind of like I'd always be like, oh, I bet driving in Italy is so cool, and it is, but it's just a lot different to what I was expecting. And Perugia, Cesena. I'm not very good at the pronunciation yet, guys. Italian, it's a beautiful language, but I do struggle with the pronunciations a little bit, I must admit. But here's another example. Tailgating. Tailgating here is rife. So what I mean by tailgating, if you're not familiar with that term, is where somebody will like drive as fast as they can behind you and as close as they can in a bid to try and intimidate you. And we get it in the UK. We completely get it in the UK. It happens a lot in the UK, in fact.
Yeah, they try doing it to me.
They're intimidating the wrong person. It was quite funny a few years ago actually, because Tam's dad is a lorry driver, and you know, many years ago he's a lorry driver and stuff. That's what he did as a profession for years and years and years. And so Tammy spent many of years driving in lorries and being amongst lorries. And lorry drivers in the UK, a bit of a strange one. Some of them are fantastic. Some of them are not. They try to intimidate you. They've got a big vehicle, let's scare you off the road, and so they'll try and intimidate you. And so this lorry tried to intimidate Tammy, and she was like, mate, I'm a lorry driver's daughter, like, good luck. You're intimidating the wrong person, mate. You know what I mean? It's quite funny to watch, and he just, like, you know, I think he got a bit annoyed that we weren't caving into his he tried to use his vehicle to intimidate us, because it weren't going to work, because Tam was way too familiar with how lorries are and how they operate and stuff. I'm sure you even did some mechanical work on the lorries. Not your typical woman, this one. I'll give you credit. You know, she loves doing her nails, but she also loves fixing the car. You know, that's why I married her. But yeah, you can.
In 2 miles, take the exit towards SS3 bis.
We shall do that. You can see some mountains in the background there. They're obscured a little bit by the fog, but I shall try and get in there for you so you can see. So look at that, guys. Look, it's about. This is what it's all about, you know. It's about showcasing the beauty. And look, this is going to be a long old video because I just want it to be raw. I want you to see what I see. I want you to feel it. You know what I mean? I want you to experience every bit, the good, the bad, anything in between. I just want you to feel it with me. The good, the bad, and the ugly. Yeah, I want you to experience it with me. Why does it look like our fuel gauge has gone up? We're on 800 miles now, 800 kilometres. We had 600 a minute ago. What the hell's going on?
Unless that's what we've done in total since having the car.
It could be. How do you know how much fuel we used? Who knows? So yeah, I don't know. I'm probably going to call this video soon because I don't want it to be one like massive long video. And whoa, I feel bad though, guys, because I feel like we're going to like see some things. And look at that, guys. Just take that in. Look at that. Just observe that, guys. Come on. When I tell you that I'm not slating Italy, this is why. Look at that. It's just, you have a beautiful country and your food is so damn good. God. But we had an
Gnocchi. Oh,
it's not gnocchi.
It's
oh
gnocchi.
God, don't do this to me, Tam. It's
gnocchi.
Gnocchi. Gnocchi. You got to say it right. Gnocchi.
I know.
I hate it when I see.
Take the exit towards SS3
Right, okay, cool. Look at that, guys. Look at that, guys. Look, come on now, guys. Come on. Come on. Look at that, eh? Stunning country. Stunning country. Stunning country with some crazy drivers. That's how I'd put it. But look, you know.
Take the exit towards SS3 bis, then take the slip road to SS3 bis.
She's been pretty tame today, actually. She's not been too bad. She's I thought she'd be rabbiting in our ear every 5 minutes, telling us what to do, ordering us around.
SS3 bis.
But yeah, as I say, it's.
Continue on SS3 bis for 100.
All right. God, we get the idea. She took the wrong turn.
In a quarter of a mile, take the exit towards Terni Centro.
It's all right. These things happen.
It said SS3 on the side.
It did. Don't worry. It's Google Maps. Google Maps can be a little bit
hit and miss,
unpredictable at times, which isn't great when you're kind of relying on it. But anyway.
So look, SS3.
We'll figure it out.
Bloody thing.
Yeah. But look, this is Italy, guys.
Take the exit towards Terni Centro, then merge onto Strada.
Oh, look at all this. Look. Got to do a little bit of a loop-the-loop now, look. Right, so Terni, that's definitely where we're going, just heard her say that. So there we go, a bit of a helter-skelter situation here. Never take a wrong turn in Italy, you have to pay the price. So if you're in the UK and you're wondering, it does tell you which side of the road you can and can't go onto.
Right onto the slip road to Perugia.
So, and that was one thing we were really worried about when we first, both of us as well, was pick that speed up, love. God, don't.
Right onto the slip road to Perugia, and then merge onto SS 675 bis.
You're witnessing the madness as we're going along, guys. Look, yeah, don't be intimidated to drive in Italy. Don't let what we're saying here put you off. It's certainly that's not the goal. It's actually a really cool country to drive in. These views alone make it worthwhile. One thing that we don't like as well is if you try and merge in, sometimes people just don't let you on.
happened to me last night, and no one would let me on, and I was
Keep
like,
left to
"Mate,
continue
come
on SS3 bis.
Okay, so SS3
But they show. There you go. They both say S. There you go. Look.
3 bis. Okay.
Continue on SS3 bis for 121 miles.
There we go, guys. We're out of that
We
situation.
got there.
Yeah, that can be a bit confusing sometimes, but look, that's the worst. So this is what I was saying to Tam. So if you want to drive abroad, right, and you're intimidated by the idea of driving in a different country, I mean, especially if you're in the UK, more if you're from the UK, because obviously if you're, there we go, look, the roads are getting a bit dicey again, look again. If you're from the UK, mate, look at that, mental. If you're from the UK and you're a little bit worried about driving in a different country,
I was.
and you were very
Yeah.
much so, you know what I mean, and obviously now you just drive
I'm quite an anxious person.
quite anxious person as you are, but like you did it really well, you know, you deal with it really well. But like we kind of got to the point where we were just like, look, if we don't drive in different countries, how are we going to have these real experiences? So in the end you were like, let's just do it, let's drive, let's do it. And the worst thing that's possibly happened to us so far is taking a wrong turn, but Google Maps just corrects you. You might have to do a little loop-de-loop there, as you just saw we had to do, but
Bit of a helter-skelter.
we're on this road now for 119 miles, which that's brilliant. No thinking, nothing to do for 119 miles. We're able to get a playlist on soon, play a bit of Barbie Girl by Aqua. Fantastic. Just what I like to do when I'm driving in different countries with the wife, you know. So yeah, that's the worst that can happen if you're kind of driving abroad, is that like you might have to get rerouted. And yeah, it might feel a bit strange at first when you're on the opposite side of the road, but after a few days I think you're saying you kind of adapt to it, don't you? Again, I don't want to speak too much from the perspective of the driver because that's more Tam's kind of domain.
Yeah.
So what would you say, like in terms of advice for people from that perspective?
Do it. Absolutely, you know. You've got nothing to lose. To be honest, it's no different to driving from, if you're in the UK, it's no different apart from you're working in kilometres and driving on the opposite side of the road.
Which I believe personally is the best way to do it. Look at that. Whoa, guys. Italy. L'Italia bellissima, l'Italia bellissima. What a beautiful country. Absolutely stunning. You know what I mean? I ain't ragging on your country, guys. I do genuinely like it. Genuinely.
Yeah, I like Italy.
Your food is lovely. Your people are friendly.
It's banging.
It's great. As I say, we had gnocchi with sausages and Parmesan cheese, and it was so good. It was so good. We had that from Rome yesterday.
Yeah. That was a good deal for what we got.
Yeah, it was very good. It was
huge.
It was what, €5?
It was like €5 each. So altogether in English money, it was like £8.60 something. But it weren't a small portion.
Oh, they weren't messing around. I'll have to see what the place was called and recommend it if you're in Rome.
Yeah.
It's a good little spot. We've got a nice big tray of pasta, and it was
Just
really
what we needed as well.
just what we needed after the long day. Yeah, just exactly what we needed. And it was good, just good comfort homely food. And in the vlog that we'll be doing from the Italian town we're staying in, we're hoping to make hazelnut pasta. So it's pasta with hazelnut, garlic, olive oil, so I've got to get some olive oil, and yeah, just these roads, man, they just can't decide what they're doing, are they? They're doing lots of road works, which is promising. So that kind of, it detracts a little bit from what I was saying there about the roads not being in great condition there. Hopefully it's kind of the Italian government and whatnot are going, right, let's fix these roads, let's make them more drivable. So hopefully you kind of see that this is in good spirits, guys. This isn't designed to be rude or disrespectful to you guys and to slate your drivers. It's just to say that your drivers are a little bit more you alright?
Yeah, I'm looking at that building at the top there, sorry.
Oh. A little bit more kind of I can't find the word that I'm looking for, like brazen, I guess you could say, like just fearless. But I wouldn't say in a positive way, but more in a kind of like a risky way. I think there's fearlessness and then there's carelessness, and sometimes some of the drivers, again not all of them, some of the drivers be very careless, but again, you get that in the UK, but we're seeing it a lot here, and it's a great shame. But as I say, this is very much been a kind of let's showcase both sides of the coin kind of deal. You know, what you see is kind of what you get. Oh no, we're going to be held up in traffic, it looks like. Oh no, we're back over here again. Very, very strange. It feels strange to drive facing that way. You know, then we're kind of back here. I'm with the Europeans on this one, Tam. I'm afraid. I do believe that actually we are we're the ugly cousin. You know, we do things the wrong way. Look at that, absolutely stunning. I love Italy. So anyway, we're probably going to end the vlog here because I feel like we've seen a good portion of the place. We've been driving for an hour. There's probably a lot more to see in it, and indeed, if I do see more, you're right.
Yeah.
What?
Tells me what I'm doing. 48 kilometres an hour.
Oh, very fancy. So yeah, you know, if I see anything else like that's particularly very, very interesting or beautiful or eye-capturing or alluring, I'll share it. But as I say, we're heading into San Marino. We're going to be doing some vlogging from there. We're not going to be doing the typical touristy kind of like stuff in San Marino, though. We are going to be leaving the tourist areas. That's what this channel's about. Trying to showcase as many sides as the country as we can. So we're going to be trying to visit the less touristy side of San Marino. So if that's something you're interested in, do join us for that vlog. And as I say, you may see a few more shots from this particular video if we see anything that's particularly of like interest or beauty. Alright, just a little bit of extra kind of footage for you guys. We're about just over an hour away from San Marino, but look at this, guys.
I've never driven through mountains before. This is amazing.
Get a load of this, guys. Look how stunning Italy is. Eh? Absolutely. I know I keep saying it, guys, but I can't stress this enough.
This outweighs the negatives that, you know.
Oh yeah, this, and to be honest, the driving has actually not been too bad this way.
No,
so I actually wanted to also rejoin this conversation actually to have a little discussion about that. So I think the driving seems to be, the negative driving at least, seems to be limited to the capital area, like Rome, and the general city. I'm going to talk about this whilst filming this because it's just too damn beautiful. I think a lot of the driving we've seen has been, you know, pretty standard actually around these areas. So I think when you get into Rome and the bigger cities, I think that's where the driving takes a bit of a turn for the worse. And the roads, you know, are a bit dicey here and there, but okay.
It's because there's like puddles.
Oh right, okay.
Rain here.
Yeah, I don't think the Italians are used to rain, and I don't blame them because it doesn't rain in Italy all too often, from what I understand. But yeah, so the driving's not been that bad around here actually.
It's been alright.
It's been significantly better than it has in obviously like near Rome and stuff, and not far from where we're staying. We still get the odd person like not indicating or like going well over the speed limit and stuff, but it's, you know, few and far between as opposed to like a lot more common. Wow, look at that, guys. So yeah, it's a lot more snowier up here. I'm kind of probably going to regret not bringing my coat now because I didn't think it would be cold, but you know.
It's not cold.
No, it's not cold actually. No, not by English standards at least. It's just a bit of snow, which we wasn't expecting, to be honest. We didn't come to Italy thinking, oh, we're going to get some snow. So that's pretty cool actually. I mean, for context, guys, we went to Estonia in December hoping for snow and didn't get it. And we're in Italy. It was last year, yeah. We're in Italy in January. Oh wow, look at that. Beautiful.
But then you got to think we're in the mountain range.
Yeah, we're a bit higher up now. But yeah, so as I say, I think I've probably been a little bit unfair to the entire country of Italy to say that the driving itself, the driving standards all around are not too good. I think the driving standards are actually not too bad.
Yeah, they've been alright.
Alright?
Yeah.
Yeah, the driving standards themselves aren't too bad. I think it's more near the kind of cities and stuff where things kind of take a bit of a turn for the worse. But on these kind of like windy roads here and stuff, everyone's kind of doing their thing. No different to really any other country we've driven in. But yeah, this has been quite a road trip, guys. I don't think we're going to be able to top this view, so I think this will be the last one. We're going to get ourselves into San Marino in like just over an hour. So if you're interested in that, do watch that next video that's coming up soon. But once again, as always, the final outro. We really do appreciate you watching. We hope you have a great day. And from us at Team McGrath, we shall see you very soon. Ciao. Bit of an outtake, but it's happened. The one thing I was scared of happening, we're driving on a bloody mountain, aren't we? Again. Look, those drops. No fucking barriers. Oh, mate, I am not looking forward to the drive back on that one, I tell you.
Oh yeah, because you're going to be on that side.
Oh, no, there's one. Oh my God, my arse is clenching.
Oh, love.
Sorry, TMI, but that is a drop, man. This feels like we're back in Wales again. Oh God. But anyway, yeah, on a mountain, just done it again, driving on the mountain. And she's all right. I mean, with those views, you can't be not all right, to be fair. And I'm obviously cacking myself, but I will survive, hopefully. But those views do make it worth it must be said. They are pretty damn incredible. Anyway, that's the final one. Thank you very much, guys. Ciao, 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 ciao.